Here are 7 crucial videography tips for beginners that I really wish I'd known sooner. I'm a full-time videographer and I've got an in-house role now for 5 years, so I'm really getting up to that 10,000 hours. Here are a few tips that I really wish I'd known sooner that would have saved me some embarrassment along the way. So like I said, I was self-taught at the beginning and I thought all slow motion had to be 120 frames a second or faster, 240 wherever possible. Now working in the industry, I shoot all my B-roll in 50 frames a second and then slow that down by 50%. You get perfectly fine slow motion B-roll at 50% speed. In America, shoot 60 frames a second and then on a 24 frames a second timeline, it slows down by 40%. You don't need 120 frames, you don't need 240 frames. It's nice if you can, but it's just not necessary. While we are on the topic of speed, don't speed up your footage. It just looks so amateur. If you have a shot that's too long and you need it to fit into a certain length, I'd highly encourage you to cut around it. Even if you cut it with jump cuts, it's better than speeding up the footage. You can punch in post-production further than 100%. I used to be very married to this rule that I wouldn't go beyond the 100% and deteriorate the image. But now sensors have so many megapixels that you can really push the image. Like, I wouldn't go absolutely crazy and like 1000% in, but up to 150 you can still get away with it without the image deteriorating. If you shot your footage on your camera's native ISO or lower, once you have a good clean image, then you can really push it and just see how far you can push it. Handheld is okay. I used to think that all footage had to be captured with the camera locked off on a tripod, and it would have to be pans and tilts, and that was the only way to capture the image, otherwise it looked amateur. To be honest, now using my Blackmagic, a lot of the time it is just handheld and I lock it off into me. If it suits the shoot, sometimes it's better to get a more organic shot when you have the little bit of handshake, like nothing crazy, but if you have that little bit of movement, it gives you more of a connection to the image. I do have a stabilizer as well for my Blackmagic now at this stage, but like I said, I don't always use it, depending on the shoot, depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes I need to be smaller and more compact, and just going handheld is perfect. Having the camera locked off on a tripod, it does restrict your range of motion, like I said, because you've got an anchor point. Having that ability just to wander around with the camera and explore the shot, it'll just give you more options to work with in the edit. Carrying on from that, camera movement is always more cinematic than a cut. If you can plan your blocking to have movement in the shot, even if it's a nice little arc around the shot with the camera or a nice little push in, if you have something in the foreground and you shoot through it and you have this soft and you get that nice parallax effect, when you are on a shoot, if it's like an event or something, get as much coverage as you can and get inserts as well. They'll just really help populate your edit at the end and it'll just give it more colour and more of a feel. If there's anything, maybe a bit of signage, but I wouldn't go too heavy on signage, but like if there's tickets or whatever it is, just get real nice close-ups. If it's like a piece of jewellery that someone's wearing or a drink or whatever, it just adds colour and it just gives you a bit more of a feel of the shot, and it's nice to break up the shots as well. When you start at first, you will just get wide after wide after wide. Mix up your shots. Get some wides, get some mediums, and get some extreme close-ups. And it just really adds more depth to the edit when you've got varying shots. So you're not just going from a wide shot to a wide shot to a wide shot. Now when you get there, shoot your wide shots, get your establishers, and then work your way in. Like I said, if it's an event, if there's a sign that says entrance this way, get that, or tickets up ahead, things like that. And then if you can get pictures of tickets or wristbands, just get in close with the camera. So lastly, I'm going to give you a bonus tip for when you do start working professionally. You will have people that you work with or people that compete with the same jobs that you're getting on, and you can't help it, but you will see these people as your rivals. You will eventually change that mindset. I remember when I was working in a production company in New York, it was like me and this other guy that were getting gigs. I remember he got to edit a music video and I was kind of a bit miffed as to why I didn't get the edit of the music video. And then I saw the edit that he produced and I watched it with a lump in my throat. I couldn't have made that video. The graphics that he had in the video was just amazing, and I knew that was beyond my scope. Retrospectively, I know I couldn't have edited it that way, but I would have approached it completely different. I really don't think I would have made it as good as he did, full disclosure. I would have given it my best effort, and the client still would have been happy. It has taken me a long time to sort of come to terms with that realization that whatever way you'd attack the brief will be amazing. You have to understand that you can't edit the way someone else will, or you won't shoot it the way someone else will. Don't feel discouraged when you see someone else that you think is at the same level you are, when they produce something and you're like, oh, I could never do that. It'll take you a while, but you will learn that you could have made something great but different. Give every job your best, learn wherever you can, and if you can get a job where you're learning and getting paid at the same time, which is what I've been doing for the last 5 years, your skills just grow exponentially when you are working with someone that you are answerable to, someone that's more senior than yourself, that has more knowledge of the industry, and they give you feedback. Your edits and your shoots will just improve exponentially. If you've made it this far into the video, please hit that subscribe button, and if you'd like to become a faster editor in Premiere Pro, watch this video right here. And as always, thanks for coming.